Taxes are good, actually, but collectively we are not using tax revenue well, nor do we collect enough taxes. What the heck am I talking about? Well, taxes are basically a way for government to collect revenue, and it's an expectation that the government has an obligation to its citizens based on the idea of taxes. You see, in theory, if a government collects taxes from its citizens, they have to listen to them. The quid pro quo in this instance is that citizens help fund municipal functions, and in exchange, the political authority provides legislation and maintenance of the social order. Honestly, it's a pretty sweet deal, and most Americans take it for granted, despite the idea that taxes and government are ostensibly good for the community. There are a great deal of countries that have heavy tax burdens, yet they have happy citizens with a transparent and functional government. Canadians famously have universal health care, and the citizenry up there clearly appreciates the system that their taxes pay for. The same thing could be argued for every other developed nation except for the United States. And it's not like Americans don't want a system like this. Every person I've ever known that had Medicare never complained about it, ever. Granted, the history of taxes as a municipal funding tool is older than some religions, and there isn't a lot that was good about it. When the dominant political platform was kingdoms and empires, taxes were indeed unashamedly a way to reinforce elitism. And yet, also tied up with that aspect is the idea that the prestige of royalty was enhanced by a satisfied citizenry. Quote unquote, good kings or emperors had happy, servile subjects. It's almost as if a good government has to have a functional bureaucracy, and it seems the most effective way to fund a bureaucratic institution is with taxes. I understand that taxation is a major thorn in the side of political discourse, but there are examples in world history of countries mismanaging resources and reconfiguring their method of governance. Restructuring the tax code in the US falls in that category, and we the people should be eager to not only be a part of the solution, but to embrace the idea of giving our government what it needs and holding their feet to the fire to foster stability and community. There are certain municipal responsibilities that should not be the domain of the general populace, such as maintaining a school district. The amount of collective action and compromise needed to properly maintain a school district is very prohibitive, and a viable solution is to find experts in the field to influence its design and effectiveness. At that point, the real question is, how do we pay them? With taxes. Ultimately, we're really discussing the value of something, and that is the point of contention with taxes. It's giving up money. Well, here's the thing about money. Money is a human construct. We made it up. We can do whatever we want with it. So, in essence, we assign value to everything kind of arbitrarily. Case in point, Nicky Oppenheimer, a former chairman of the De Beers Diamond Company, wait for it, once said that diamonds are intrinsically worthless, except for the deep psychological need they fill. What's amazing is that somebody like that can make a comment like that and people can continue to sell diamonds. I mean, personally, I feel the reverence we collectively have for diamonds should be reserved for taxes. And I'm being serious when I say that. We should be looking to cultivate its value. We should be looking to maximize its appeal. I mean, taxes are such an essential part of government, and government is an essential part of our lives. It just makes plain sense to respect a governmental system like that. And like most governmental systems, it makes our lives open to opportunities that improve our condition. It might be time to start asking the real questions, such as not how much are we paying in taxes, but what are we getting out of it from our government? And is it a rising tide that will raise all ships? I mean, this is something that really shouldn't be negotiated with. This is something that more people should take seriously. And whenever they introduce tax cuts, it's the reason why I cringe. Because the bottom line is this: taxes are good. And we wouldn't be able to even perceive anything resembling success without the support of tangible and intangible infrastructure that taxes provide. I hope that everybody at least understands that much about how important taxes are in our country. I love taxes making life function. And altogether, when it comes to paying your taxes in any form, all I know about taxation and its various complexities is that getting the best of what you're paying for is a large part of what makes life great. And that includes when you're paying for a government service through taxes. And believe me, in a world without taxes, the government has to get paid somehow, and you don't want them to start getting paid that way and refusing to listen to you.